spicy!
Yo, what's going on, all you movie lovers? Welcome back to the Film Archives. Thank you for joining me. In today's episode, we're diving into Mouse of Horrors. A movie so bad that I kept asking myself, why was this made? Is this the worst movie ever made? Possibly. And how did this get financing? Did someone lose a bet? Also, possibly. Let's get into it. So we kick things off with two women walking on the pier at night, which is a big no-no. We already know the vibes. And we already know how this is gonna end. They're both gonna die in a very stupid way. So of course, they go onto the boat and one of them is killed by, I don't know, the Temu version of Steamboat Willie, if you will. It's a guy in an off-brand Mickey Mouse mask.
Get over here, bitch!
And yeah, the other one runs for a few minutes, but of course, she eventually gets killed because she's blind and doesn't notice that the killer is sitting right next to her. So yeah, she's stabbed to death with some very badly done gore effects. And 8 minutes later into the movie, we have the title to the movie. So yeah, a pretty useless intro that's 10 minutes long. We are then introduced to our main character energy. She's walking along the beach with her dad while being stalked, which is very weird and very boring and excruciating because the sound quality on this is literally trash. It's literally trash, guys. You can barely hear the actors over the wind and the waves from the beach. Like, seriously, who edited this and who did the sound engineering? They should be ashamed of themselves.
Part of me wishes you weren't leaving, but you have to.
But yeah, I guess the main character is a chick named Chloe, and she's going away for college or something like that, and her dad is very sad about it. So yeah, there's that. Bruh, I thought I would do a B movie since I've been doing so many serious and very traumatizing films lately. And I'm not gonna lie, this is definitely worse than your typical B movie. Chloe and her friends are almost worse actors than the people who are responsible for the post-production and the sound editing on this movie, if that's even possible. It's not possible, which it's not. So we then see Chloe and her friends gather at a bar in order to celebrate Chloe leaving for college. And let's be honest, none of the story in this movie even matters. We all know where this is going. But I guess Chloe's dad is a writer of a book, and his newest book series is called Mouse Boat Massacre. Coincidence? No, because I guess it's based on an urban legend. It's very stupid. We then go to this random guy who ran into the masked mouse man as he runs away slower than a physically disabled person and gets killed, of course. It's very, very underwhelming scene. And seriously, the sound in this movie is excruciating. It's so fucking terrible. It sounds like a child made this movie while learning they could record videos on their old iPhone or tablet. It's so bad. We then see Chloe and her group of cronies decide to sneak into the fun fair at the pier to have one last night of fun. We then go to Winnie the Pooh from Blood and Honey. Seriously, I don't know what the he's in this movie for, but yeah, they clearly bought the mask from Amazon, so of course they're gonna use it. Of course they're gonna use it and add him into the movie. It's atrocious. It's fucking stupid, but yeah, there's that. We see Winnie the Pooh sawing off someone's hand, and he has some people in a cage, which are completely irrelevant. We then meet an old man and scientist talking to Winnie the Pooh and the Mickey Mouse man, telling him that he needs female body parts in order to create a bride for the mouse and for Winnie the Pooh. And honestly, this guy is the only decent actor in the movie, and he deserves an Oscar simply for putting up with all the bullshit of making this movie. So I guess Winnie the Pooh and the mouse need to bring him body parts in order to make the perfect brides for them. And yeah, I guess that's the plot. It's pretty f***ing stupid. Pretty f***ing stupid. We then see the mouse kill the bartender where Chloe and her friends were celebrating her going away, and he dies, of course. How he just walked in there in broad daylight, I don't know. But yeah, it happens. Scene wrap. So yeah, Chloe and her friends are now at the fun fair, and we all know what's gonna happen, but I suffered through this for y'all. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, a few of Chloe's friends notice some dead bodies, but somehow the masked mouse man has teleported behind them to their exact location and murders one of them in the stupidest way possible. This guy hears the mouse laughing, and of course he stops to look back, only to be electrocuted to death by the bumper car ride. We then see the mouse proceed to run him over with the bumper car. Like, I don't know if that's even possible, but yeah, nothing in this movie makes any fucking sense. So it's fine. It's fine. The mouse then kidnaps the girl that he was with and takes him to the old man, where he tries to dismember her, you know, in order to create the perfect bride. However, she manages to escape her constraints for just a second, and she knocks out the old ass man because, you know, he's an old ass man. But Winnie the Pooh straight hammer times her and kills her dead. It's good stuff. Also, I want to know why they even decided to put Winnie the Pooh in this movie. I just don't get the connection. I just don't get it. It's so fucking stupid, bro. It makes no sense. We then see Chloe and her homies getting drunk. So of course, the mouse teleports to them as well and proceeds to kill and terrorize some of the more isolated members of the friend group and are a little bit too drunk. He then teleports to the rest of them and kills another one. Super fucking stupid. But whoever played the mouse obviously watched Terrifier a ton of times because he really be doing the most to give off that clown aura. But it's just negative aura, honestly. Some more murders because the man in the mouse mask can teleport, so he really just be nuking all the people out there. And yeah, we have a terrible plot that is pointless, terrible acting, and even worse sound design. Like, again, I ask myself, why was this movie even a movie? Why is this a thing? A bit later, Chloe and her bestie are attempting to escape with their last remaining friend who has been gashed across her stomach by the mouse dude. And they run into the old timer guy who's making the bride, and yeah. Soon enough, Chloe and her bestie find out that the old man is working with the man in the mouse mask and Winnie the Pooh, and they decide to just ditch their other friend and leave her to be super brutally murdered. Like, this dude is pulling out her guts, which are obviously just rubber tubes, but hey, at least they tried, right? Yeah, this murder scene is beyond terrible. It's over the top on the gore for no reason. It is super cheesy and just terrible effects, and of course it is horrible sound recording. Like, it sounds like more than half of this movie was dubbed over in post-production. None of the sound effects match the scenes. It's crazy, but it did have me cracking up. We then go to Chloe's mom and dad. They're talking about how, according to the news, there's a murderer on the loose who's wearing mouse ears.
On the news, they're calling him the killer.
And that Chloe and her friends are not safe at the fun fair.
They're not safe.
And bruh, I can't make this shit. The mouse then magically appears at Chloe's mom and dad's house. After just murdering their friend in the over-the-top gore scene that I just spoke about at the fun fair, he's suddenly somehow at Chloe's mom and dad's house, which makes no sense. And of course he kills her mom in probably the only enjoyable scene in the movie. I was cracking up at how stupid this scene was. Like,
Never provoke a darts champion.
You never provoke a dart champion. So yeah, Chloe's mom dies, of course, because why not? But her dad doesn't, of course, because he decides to power walk away. So, you know, there's that. The transitions in between scenes in this movie are literally so stupid. Like, it goes from day to night. It goes from fun fair to the house. I mean, it's literally more erratic than a 5-year-old who's playing Minecraft for the first time. The mouse then kidnaps Chloe's bestie, which is definitely not good. And I love how in this scene you can hear random people talking in the background that aren't even in the scenes. 10 out of 10. But yeah, Chloe's dad winds up finding her at the fun fair in order to save her. But Chloe, of course, refuses to leave her bestie, even though she literally just abandoned her other friend 5 minutes ago in the movie. But it's fine. So while looking for her bestie Kim, and I didn't even realize that was her name until 1 hour into the movie, but it's fine. Nothing in this movie makes sense. This entire movie is irrelevant. Moving on. So while attempting to find her bestie Kim, the old man finds and captures Chloe. But for some reason, Winnie the Pooh and Mickey decide to have a fight to the death. Like, I don't know, man. I don't even know why they're doing this. It literally wasn't explained. But yeah, they fight. You know, surprise, surprise, the mouse wins. And This fight scene is just so bad. The actors are literally moving in slow motion. Again, none of the sound effects match the scene whatsoever, and it has some of the worst editing I've ever seen. Literally. And I've seen some pretty bad stuff, dude. I've seen some pretty bad. Also, how many times is Pooh from Blood and Honey going to die? Like, I thought he already died in the first and second movie of Blood and Honey. It doesn't even make sense. Chloe's dad then sneaks up behind the old guy and knocks him out with a hammer, and then tells Chloe to run while he holds off the mouse with his tiny hammer. And bruh, this fight scene, I mean, just look at this shit. Just look at it. What am I watching? So the mouse finds Chloe's dad and stabs him and kills him, which is cool, I guess. But yeah, he gone. We also, for some reason, are in a completely different location from the fun fair. Now we're on a boat. I don't know. It's just so stupid. The mouse dude be eating a 5-pound block of cheese on a boat, doing some random shit, and who knows why, but suddenly Winnie the Pooh revives for, I don't know, the 4th time and is on the boat somehow as well, because why not, right? Well, why not? They continue their fight, but guess what? Winnie the Pooh, he's eaten by a CGI shark. And I use the term CGI very, very generously. At this point, it seems like they just gave up entirely. Now the mouse guy is back at the fun fair. We're not questioning how he got there, but he's there, and we see Chloe is there. They have their big showdown, which is cool, I guess, but it is funny since so much of the sound effects in this scene were done in post. I was slightly amused by the utter failure that this was.
Say cheese.
Chloe eventually stabs the mouse in the face and kills him, which is good because it means that this movie is over, right? No, wrong. We have the old man holding Kim hostage, the bestie. Like, is Kim, and I just want to know, is the best friend Kim laughing in this scene? Because it definitely seems like it. Like, I don't know. I sure as shit would be, that's for sure. But yeah, the old man scientist guy says that he's going to make both of them his immortal wives. You know, some real out there kooky shit, but it doesn't really matter. But seeing as how he's just an old ass bitch who's already been knocked out twice in this movie, Kim easily overpowers him while being chained to a dolly and manages to grab the gun from his hand, and she throws it to Chloe, who then uses it to shoot the old man in the head. Chloe then rescues her friend, they hug, they kiss, and they live happily ever after. End of the movie, roll those credits. This movie is over, thank God. Thank God this movie is over. And that's the train wreck that is Mouse of Horrors. A movie that shouldn't have been made. It was just terrible. So is it worth watching? I mean, obviously not. I love B movies and I love B horror films, and I can appreciate when movies are even so bad that they are actually enjoyable and they're good. But I'm telling you now, just save yourself, fam, and just don't do it. Like, why? Just why was this movie a movie? Why? Terrible. Everything about it. I'm telling you, your ears will thank me for you not going and checking out this movie. Like, I don't know what kind of movies are on Tubi, but whoever is in charge of putting movies on Tubi really needs a talking to, bro. Like, I could do a better job, and I'm just saying, bro. I'm just some random, you know what I mean? I'm a random. Well, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed our journey through this terrifying film that is Mouse of Horrors. And if you like this video, don't forget to leave it a like. Let me know your thoughts on this movie down below in the comment section, and subscribe if you're new here. I upload new videos just like this one every single week. Much love to you all, and I will see you in the next one.